So his whole big plan is, I'm gonna hire these goons, like these criminals, to kidnap my wife, to hold her for ransom, to get the money I want from the dad.
And you expect me to guess that?
I mean, it was in the trailer. It was said. A graph.
Once upon a time. Looks like she's gonna turn cold tomorrow. There was a salesman called Jerry Lundergaard.
Okay, real good.
Who always dreamt of striking it rich.
Wait, have you had a chance to think about that deal I was talking about, those 40 acres there in Wayzata?
Jerry, we're not going to just give you $750,000.
No. See, So, we all set on this thing then? You want your own wife kidnapped? Now, her dad, he's real well off, so why don't you just ask him for the money?
Wait, it's Jerry. I don't know what to do.
It's something, oh, geez. It's terrible.
Oh, jeez.
But in a place called FARGO,
Mr. Lundegaard, I'm a police officer from up Greener investigating some malfeasance.
anything can happen.
How's Jean? Who's Jean?
My wife.
All due respect, Jerry, I don't want you mucking this up.
What the heck do you mean?
No, Gene. No money.
Who are you?
Circumstances have changed, Jerry. What the heck do you mean? Shit, Jerry.
Here's the second one. I want you to tell me what these fellas look like. Well, the little guy, he was kind of funny looking. Can you be any more specific? He wasn't circumcised.
From the creators of Barton Fink
I'm cooperating here. And there's no,
and Raising Arizona.
What have you fellas got yourself mixed up in?
Oh, jeez.
That's where I find you, Jerry, and I shoot you, and I shoot your wife, and I shoot all your children, and I shoot all the back little heads. You got it?
You should shoot your other guy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Huh.
End of story.
So you can't blame me for getting my guess wrong.
No.
There's a lot that's happening.
There's a lot that's happening. And you know, so Fargo, this is a classic movie. This was one of the Coen brothers. Have you heard of the Coen brothers?
I have not.
So they direct, write, they do a lot of films. They do films together. And this was like one of their first big hits. Raising Arizona came out before this. They mentioned it in the trailer. That was a pretty successful movie, but this is the one that really, I think, put them like on the map for the general public. And it's fantastic. It came out in '96, but it's lived on. Like, people still talk about this movie. I don't know if people your age really are familiar with it. It's definitely more of an adult-oriented movie.
Yeah.
But let's do the guess the plot. Let's see if you can nail the plot of Fargo based on this trailer. You got some of the gimmies on there. They spelled out some of this stuff.
So what I picked up from the beginning of the trailer is that he wants to either buy this land for like $750,000 or whatever it was, and he, can't afford it. He's asking for a loan or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know if him and like his little crew are gonna try and go to any extent to get this land. Okay. And kill people and do all this stuff just to get this land.
You said you want your wife to be kidnapped? Yeah. Yeah. So
that just threw me off. I don't know.
Well, it is a crazy concept.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. But yeah, do you want me to spell it? So the lead character you saw is William H. Macy. Yeah, he's looking to get some money so he can buy this land, right? Yeah. And I believe he wants to do a car dealership. I forget exactly what it is, but that's pretty much irrelevant to what's going on. So he wants this plot of land, so he needs a bunch of money. His wife's dad is really well off, loaded, owns a company. I believe he works at his wife's.
So that was the guy who he asked for this.
Yes, and then they were like, we're not giving you this money. Yeah. So his whole big plan is, I'm gonna hire these goons, like these criminals, to kidnap my wife, to hold her for ransom, to get the money I want from the dad.
And you expect me to guess that?
I mean, it was in the trailer. It was said. So, yeah, and then, of course, shit just goes haywire. Because what's great, so what the Coens do, they, it's almost like these crime conspiracy movies, but everyone in them is just average people. They're not like super detectives or like really smart criminals. Like, they make dumb mistakes. Yeah. And it leads to really funny, silly things. But also a lot of serious stuff. So it's a very fun balance of humor and like crime, drama, thriller. There's always a few misdirections where you're like, oh, I thought this was gonna happen, this happens. I love the Coen brothers, and I love most of their movies. Burn After Reading is a more recent movie that came out in the 2000s that has like Brad Pitt in it and stuff, and that one's really good too. But Fargo is a huge hit. I would really suggest it for anybody that really likes film in general.
If you ever watched the movie, you can see
yeah, exactly. If this is the first movie you've ever seen, that would be a good thing. Because Fargo, it has everything. It has action, comedy, suspense. There's a romance angle. Like there's all types of stuff going on. There's some stuff that I didn't bring up at all that comes into play in the movie that's really cool. Is this something that you think you would try?
I think so. Yeah. Eventually. It's not at the top of my list.
Right. Yeah.
I think based on how much you're hyping it up, I think I'd have to see it eventually.
Oh yeah. It's one thing that's really cool about it too is that it all takes place in Minnesota, and everyone has that thick Minnesota accent, so it feels super authentic. It's fantastic. I just absolutely love this movie, and if you watch this movie and like it, please check out the rest of the Coen collection. Thanks for checking out this video, fellow backtrackers.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that.
Yeah, if you got a video or a movie you want us to cover, like, just let us know in the comments.
Follow Instagram, Facebook, and all of our socials.
Or don't. I don't really give a shit.